Right, to get started, I had to do a few things. Replace that outlet, or I spun it around because it was sitting over here. And so I spun that around. I also put a 2x4 between a stud that's here and a stud that's over here. And so right there is the 2x4. I like to put these screws, the screws that will hang the actual hood, in something solid. I hate using those drywall anchors. And so that's, I like that. I think it's a better way. So we had the microwave. That's in a previous video. You can just check the upper right there and see that video. We took the microwave out, and then there was an upper cabinet, and I took that out. And I had to cut that molding on both sides at a 45-degree angle because I've got to fix that up and make that look more normal. That's a little bit later. In case you had that, how I cut that was to line a laser line on it. And you can see that laser line there. So this line is off a 45-degree angle. And then you can see it on the edge of the cabinet there, and that's right where I cut it. That's how I knew I was at least on target with my cut. So there's a little preparatory steps, but let's just say all you need to do is hang the new vent hood. It's pretty straightforward. There's the hood that we have, the bottom part that doesn't have the stack on it yet, the vent portion. And here's the actual hood that we got, Winflo from Creative Living, 30-inch stainless steel, 200 cubic feet per minute fan, LED lights, 3-speed fan setting, and it can be ducted or non-ducted, and we're doing non-ducted. Next thing we have to do now is to go ahead and make that level. All right, so what I've done here is I put one screw on this. I'm going to hang the hood temporarily from that one screw so I can make sure I've measured from the center out to this screw. I'm going to hang it on there. And once we do, we can try to get the next screw in completely level. And that's not based off the ceiling or off the cabinets, but actually off how this hood's going to sit. And it's only on one screw right now, but that needs to come down a bit. And so hopefully, we adjust this, we can get somewhat close. That looks pretty good, right like that. Part of the issue here is on this side, I can get that pencil in there real easy, but on this side, I can't. And so it's been a little bit of jockeying back and forth to try to find level, and then try to find it in the middle of these two areas. And it's just, all right, took the hood off. I'm gonna go ahead and drill this hole. There we go. I think we're good. Yep, perfect. All right, so we'll put this one in. I'm gonna go ahead and paint that back side. Okay, so I did some drywall repair right there, added the skin on here to build this out and change it to white. Because that is going to be visible. Now that the paint is fairly dry, we can go ahead and put this on. So we got the screws in there on either side. And there's power. We originally had it up here and decided to lower it down just a bit. So that's, we got it at a pretty decent height for the space. About the same size as the fridge over there. All right, so when you power it on, that's how that will work. And I'll just go right up the chimney and recirculate. So we got our laser level out. and we just followed it up on the wall there. And that's how we got our lines for the sides of the stack itself. Now we'll go ahead and put the stack in. Just get that mounted. What we've already done is mounted the plate centered over the hood itself and just mounted it with 2 screws. There's a slot in which those screws are mounted, so it gives you a little side-to-side room, which is nice. See the little groove there? You want this chimney to be on the outside of that groove. So everything's covered up. Same on that side. There's the top of the chimney, and that section goes all the way down to about here. And it slides inside the lower portion of the chimney. And it took a couple times to hang it, but what I had to do is go ahead and put that screw in right there, just barely to hold the top section. And then I could go ahead and line this up for the bottom section. And same on this side here, where I did the top screw just to hold this upper section so it wouldn't slide back down behind here, because it's actually shorter than this whole big piece right here. And then once I had that upper section in place, I could go ahead and mount this one in its basically a track here and put the screw in the back. After that, I finished tiling that section right there, and that's pretty much the finished product. It did take a little bit to complete, but none of it's really complicated. Probably the most difficult part was getting it level and getting those screws in the wall. And the second, probably most difficult part, was making sure that I could get that top section in place before placing this down here and screwing that in there. So those are 2 tricky parts, but again, nothing too difficult. Definitely a DIY project. Hope this video helps. If you got anything out of it, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got more videos coming. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.